Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part tutorial of how to model an island. So this time we're gonna continue with adding a little bit more details. I wanna just spend more time, a little bit more time on this terrain here. So I'm gonna use the grab tool here a little bit. Just wanna pull some area of this island so it will be a little bit more higher than the entire level. So let's just pick these area. Okay, you can see this popping out a little bit weird there, but anyhow, that's fine. Gonna add this here like so, and for whoever asked me to create this tutorial, I'm gonna just you know uh, say it again. The scale is pretty much up to you. Right now, we are dealing with my own preferred scale to work with because Maya has its limitation on poly count and stuff like that. And whenever you starting to deal with things such as this, it's just getting a little bit more heavier, and I don't know. And overall, just wanna enjoy what are you the things you are doing. I don't know, by modeling. And anyway, I think that this is enough for this area, but I'm gonna use the wax tool to flatten this area here. So I'm gonna scale this down, the brush. I'm gonna use the shift here to just smooth this. I don't want this to be that bumpy here. So you see this one, all those bumps are gone there. So it's not flat like flat, but has some nice flat area. Okay, all right. So with that done, what I will do here is I'm gonna switch over polygons and I'm gonna create a polygon cube. Now the cube by default, because this is at the same level of the grid, I mean the grid is inside right now. Also the cube that I created is inside there. So either I go in with the camera and search for it, and you can see this is where it is. Okay, but this is the stupid way to do this. And there's the outliner here. If you click on it, you can see that here we have only two p cube. Okay, two nodes that assigned with the name p cube. Basically, this is a polygon cube 1. So the polygon cube 1 in hierarchy, this is the first polygon that we used in order to create the island. The polygon cube 2, this is the cube that I just created. So you want to click on it, and by doing so you are actually selecting it, and you can switch to move tool by pressing W, and it's either you will see those handles or not. But if you don't see them, you can use the plus sign, the plus key and minus key to scale those handles. So if it were inside, you can just simply scale them and pull it outside from there, then scale it back to the normal scale you prefer to work with. Okay, so I'm gonna move this cube over here. I'm gonna use the view. I'm gonna switch here. You see this icon here? So if you click on it, you will see a view window. So if you hover your mouse with H, hover your mouse on one of them, you'll simply tap on the space bar and it will expand this window. So we want to use one of the side views like so. And now I'm gonna scale this and move it to something like this area here. Okay, I don't know, maybe there. It depends on where exactly I want it to be, but we shall see. I'm gonna zoom out here, and right now I really want it to be there and there. Okay, you see where it is right now? So basically it's here. From the top you can see it's here, and it's intersecting with our island. That's okay. And what I will do here is gonna squeeze this with the scale tool to about so. Okay, and we will choose a path like so. Okay, let's say that this is the path to about that, like this is the position, and I'm gonna put this just a little bit up here. I'm gonna rotate this a little bit like so, move it here, and then I will press Control D to duplicate and move it just a little bit here like that, so there is space in between them, and I'm gonna bring it to alignment with it. So because I rotated it whenever I moved it, the duplicated one, it's just got a little bit offsetted, so it's not like in front of it. So now I will hold down the shift and press D, and it will simply duplicate it following this path. Okay, so we created a deck, just some sort of a deck to, I don't know, like if there is a boat here that you want to have, so this will be the deck that you can approach this boat. So with this created, I'm gonna create one more, Shift F, so sorry, Shift D, and I'm gonna grab this one, move it here, and I will simply rotate this one in 90 degrees like so, and in 90 degrees like so. Okay, and well, maybe I need a little bit more. It's always better to do things like this in, you know what, I'm gonna undo that, sorry. Okay, and I will explain you the reason, but right now, because I already rotated that, what I've done is I've done a mistake, and by rotating it I basically need to always play play to this you know, rotation that I done, and then it's not really with alignment with what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna scale this to reasonable size like so, and Control D to duplicate this, move it with this axis, so now it's aligned to each other. Okay, it's the same alignment, and now I can simply Shift D and duplicate this along. Okay, now if I will take this duplicated you know, piece of deck, I can rotate it, and it still will remain with alignment. So you want to be careful whenever you create this, you know, just always better to use the axes as they are from the beginning. Okay, don't rotate unless you need. Okay, so I'm creating this, I don't know, little bit piece here, that this piece will be like so no one will fall or step outside of it. And let's say that each four sections, each four of those, it will be a section. So I can right click, choose vertices, and maybe grab this and move it along here a little bit, so it really be in the size of a 4 of those. And you know what, maybe 3.5, just something like so. That will be good. And Control D to duplicate this, and I will move this one half to the other one here. Gonna apply wireframe on shaded so you can see it better. So you can see right now I placed this one, and I left some area here to be like that. So I can hold down the Shift D. Doesn't work for some reason. Just trying to create a place where I will be able to add you know, some kind of pillars that holds this thing. Okay, here I will just stretch this so we will have it that way, and I will copy these, but before I will just simply attach them a little bit and Control D to bring them here. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take. Um, well, I wanted to take something like cylinder shape and move it. Let's move it over here. It's a little bit hard to move this to a position, so you can hold down the V key, and while you hold down the V as victory key, okay, and middle mouse click, you can see when I'm holding the V, it's turning the square into circle, right? Right now I'm blinking with it. So hold this down, middle mouse click on and hold the middle area here and try to snap this to a position where this deck is, okay? So with that done, what I can do here is bring this up, scale it to, well, let's say if this is here, can scale this to the correct size. Something like that will be good. Yep, this is great that way. And I can right click, choose face, and simply grab half cut of it like so and press delete. And then you can right click, choose edge, double click on this edge. See, it's selected the entire frame of this edge by double clicking on it. You go over mesh, fill hole. It will simply cover this open area. And with that, you can right click, choose vertices, grab all those vertices and pull them like so. So right now, just for determining the height, you want to make it peaking a little bit like so. That's good. The height doesn't really matter from beneath right now, because this will like basically be in water sort of. Okay, right now I'm not creating any ocean or things like that, but in general the purpose of it is to be an island, so I will assume that you will want to create a, you know, some ocean or sea, or I don't know. So I copied those. I'm gonna rotate them. Hold down the J key while you rotate, so all of them will rotate in a snap kind of way. So they are snapping to 180 degrees, and you can simply bring them into position. All right. You can even mirror them. There are many options on how to do this. Let's just stick to this. So right now, the foundation of this is pretty done. I mean, you can add more details. You can add a rail there just to keep people from falling even in one side. You know what? Let's do it in one side rail, sort of. So let's just take one of these, Control D, duplicate this, switch to rotation tool, hold down the J key and rotate in this axis so it will snap to 90 degrees. Move it up and scale this. Okay, sorry, I just scaled it before, so anyway, that's fine. Just scale this down, make it thinner. Okay, and about proportions right now, I'm not sure because I'm really out of proportions here. I'm not really relying on something, so it's either I will have to do this later on, or I don't know. So I duplicated this and I'm gonna hold down Shift and D. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna copy this, Control D, and move it over here. And if I'm pleased with this, then I will hit the Shift D. So this will, every time I'm holding down the Shift and pressing the D, it will copy following, just like we did with the deck. Okay, so I created these, and if I'm not satisfied with those, I will lower them down. But right now, yeah, I'm gonna lower them down. I'm gonna grab these vertices, shift select, sorry, right click, choose vertices, shift select those vertices. Right click on this one, choose vertices. By the way, you can also combine them, so it will be much faster to grab all those upper vertices. And I will bring them down a little bit, like so. Pressing F8. I'm gonna grab this thing here, Control D to duplicate this, and I'm gonna bring this up here, but Control D to duplicate this one more, and I'm gonna scale this down, and like so. So right now this will be in the middle, like that, and well, something like so. Control D to duplicate this, Shift D. We don't want this to look like a new thing, so don't maintain things like as it was, I don't know, like just build it. I mean, you want to give it a feeling of an old deck, not new deck, I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna hold on to J and rotate this one that way. Maybe we'll make it smaller that way, but a little bit thickness, and I will put that above here and maybe lower this. I don't know, sometimes people like to fish, fishermen like to rely on those. So anyway, I'm gonna right click, choose vertices, grab those vertices, of course, bring them to the middle here, halfway of this, press F8, Control D to duplicate this thing, move it here, and then right click, choose vertices on this one, move these halfway, and now we really have an halfway of this thing, like you don't have to tweak it anymore. So maybe we will, I don't know. I'm gonna just bring this here, duplicate again, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, and Shift D. So I guess I will have to create another one here. So I'm gonna copy this one. Cool. And we can do the same here as we did it in the top. So maybe I will get those away. Right click on this one, grab those vertices, move them here, grab those vertices, move them halfway of this, and then let's get rid of the other ones. Sorry. This one, and that one. Delete. Control D. Great. Let's zoom in, move it there. Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. Fine. Okay. So maybe I will continue this later. I'm not sure, but right now we're gonna grab this entire thing, and again, I don't want to rotate this, so I'm gonna grab the entire thing. Now, if for some reason whenever you're moving this, it's breaking apart, like each some parts of this deck is moving towards different directions, that means that the entire shape is built is partially like grouped or combined in some way. So you need to go into your here, and you can see that I don't have any groups, right? And if I would have a group would look like, let's see, Control G, like this. So if you have groups, and you can see this is a group, it's assigned with red arrow and white sheet. So you want to grab anything that is in a group, middle mouse, click, hold, and drag, and move it outside of the group towards here, for instance. Okay. So right now it's not in a group, but it's a group itself. So you can move this one from this one. Okay. Anyway, this is how you move things out of the group, and you can simply click ungroup. Also, this one is a group option in the polygon shelf, and this is the ungroup. Okay, so separate. Now, whatever you do, just make sure that whenever you move all the parts together, they won't be in a group. That way, you know, this thing that making them separated to each direction won't happen to you. Right now, I'm just placing this in some point here. Okay, like so. And let's say that I'm happy with it. Okay, as for now. Okay, we can always tweak the land here and tweak the height of those, because you know, if we have a C here, then we will be in trouble. Anyway, let's save this file, save scene as 2. I'm gonna call it island 2. Alright, sorry, and save as. And I will see you at the next part. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you. Bye bye.